is the final tier list. We are talking about the OG singular colors, and we're rating them. You're going to be mad.
I'm going to be mad, and it's like you kissed the girl for the first time. It's mono. That's right, baby.
Ugh,
if you weren't feeling grossed out, just wait till we start demolishing your favorite color. And if you say you can't see colors, get out of my comment section.
I mean, some people can't. Aren't you like sort of colorblind?
Please don't tell them my handicaps.
Aren't you like gruel colorblind, or are you Simic colorblind?
Ooh, that was clutch. You were correct. I am gruel colorblind. I'm gonna now, whenever people ask me in the future what I am, I'm not gonna say I'm whatever it is, like dystropian or whatever. No, I'm gruel colorblind. Thank you, Honorable.
You're welcome.
It's clutch.
I am your Honorable Sensei, and across from me,
the colorblind scumbag.
And together we are Longturnlarry Podcast. And we are rating these colors. And I'm going to just rip off the Band-Aid. Colorless goes in D tier.
Oh, we don't have a D tier, so we'll add a row below just so they'll know where the wingding will go. It is D's. Nuts got him. Just kidding. D. Lowercase. Just to make you mad. Why do you give the boy so low?
All right. So people are going to be like, artifact stuff. Woo, woo. No.
Yeah.
It's all Eldrazi.
Yeah. It's Eldrazi, or
you really don't have a choice. It's all Eldrazi. Like, how many of y'all are playing old Mathras Ghostfire? You're not.
Or Traxos, or Seer Ginger. Ginger.
You're playing Eldrazi. And all of these decks play exactly the same. There is no difference.
And if you are doing the artifact side, it's still also mainly Eldrazi. And you're still doing the same things. You don't have there's not many options. I mean, let's just be real. There's not many options. Would I say it's not powerful? Would you say it's powerful? I would say it is powerful.
Because you're ramping to the best creatures in the history of this game.
Yeah, CMC pound for pound, heaviest hitters ever known.
Hey, bro, how many of y'all playing the Prismatic Piper?
There's
and not choosing a color, bro. That's a power move.
Yeah, you play the Prismatic Piper and they're like, "What color do you pick?" You just stare at them. I mean, do I foresee this being something I would recommend to a new player? Heavens no. Do not touch this.
Do not
touch this.
Colorless.
I know you think it's going to be cool to play Eldrazi. I promise you, this is just like we talked about in a previous video. Boros is an expensive color to get into. A colorless deck is very expensive. Stay away until you've played some other things. I think it belongs in D tier. In the right hands, totally an S.
I'm not even giving it an S.
Okay,
this is like
A tier.
No. I think
best day ever, perfect deck, perfect hands.
Yeah, sure, perfect. Oh, I got all of my $300 mana rocks in my opening hand.
That weren't banned.
Cool. And you played Kozilek on turn 3. Yeah, very fair and balanced. Cool. Any other color with any type of other miracle hand will kill you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's very powerful, but it's not on the same tier. I'll keep it with D. We're going to keep moving through. This is going to be the Wooburg challenge. So, of course, the next in that list is white. So where do I think white falls?
Man, white. I remember white was like poop.
White, and I will agree. Mono white back in the day was poop. You had to. Oh my goodness! If you weren't behind,
fight.
If you weren't behind, you got nothing. If you were doing well, shame on you.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe, Rick. I need lands. Please, Ram.
Please, I ain't got no cards. Please. Hey,
But
Frank.
now, would I say they're D? No. Would I say they're C? No. Would I say they're B? Actually, no.
A. ATL, ho.
Hey.
Hey. That's
Ay.
great. That's the biggest glow up I have ever seen.
Agreed. Mono white went from 0 to hero.
Being the worst color to being almost the best
Almost
color.
the best mono color, hands
And
down.
white has really cool commanders.
Yes. Good commanders, good tribes. You have good removal, good board wipes, good card draw, life gain. You have tokens. You have go tall. You have enchantments.
White has like all the shit now. Like
It has everything. It didn't before, and now it can. It is very much so a very broad, strong color, and it's not mana intensive. It's very low to the ground. Don't be wrong. There's some really heavy mana spells for white, but in general, though, I feel like the average of white is it's good. It's very healthy. Would I like to see it have certain things?
Yo, they need to power white down at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it needs continued support.
I'm like, bro, like,
Would you say cats or humans are their preferred tribe?
well, cats is probably like the tribe people think of,
I'm thinking it might be humans.
but there's too many humans.
There's too many. Yeah, there's way too many. humans.
Like that's why I said people, when you think of tribes, people would be like, oh, like cats and angels and stuff, maybe soldiers.
Oh man.
But it's like
Yeah.
like
Soldiers are really good.
like it's humans.
Muriel or Myriel? Oh my goodness.
It's humans, dog.
There's some combat commanders in white that are just gross. Absolutely gross. Adeline, another one. Oh my goodness. There's great commanders in here.
Yeah, if you just want to like steamroll somebody, like
Well, you couldn't before, you can
you
now.
can now. Mm-hmm. All right, next color,
Blue.
blue.
Uh-huh. That's the U in Wooburg.
I'm gonna put it in dog shit.
In poop.
Poop.
You think that the colorless Eldrazi are better than mono blue?
Mono blue has like the worst commanders I have ever seen.
The commanders are pretty bad. I wouldn't give it poop.
Like,
I would say it is above Eldrazi. I would say it is C. If anything, I would give Eldrazi the poop, but I know D is not.
oh, is there? Yeah, put Eldrazi in poop.
Yeah.
Put blue in D tier.
Because mono blue decks are at least better than mono, colorless. Because I mean, I agree. If you don't want to play, what is it, Talorand, and then what's the thief boy? The counter spells.
We have Urza, father of all war crimes,
Lord Ward,
which
Warfisher.
only does one thing.
Yes.
Orvar does one thing.
Yes.
Okay, we got illusions. We have Drakes.
6.
Bruvac, ill.
Ugh.
Emery's cool. Eluge is cool. If you play Baral, you are a piece of shit.
That's who I was thinking of. Baral. If someone says
You are a
have
piece of shit.
I have my mono blue. I'm ready to play. It's a 7. I promise. It's a 7.
who's the commander?
Baral, chief of compliance.
But like, if we go any farther than like this top little 3, you start scrolling down and be like, bro, these are awful.
Yeah, they're not. They're
Leonardo
not
da
good.
Vinci is sort of cool. Once you start going down, you're like, bro, these decks are terrible. These decks are terrible. Why would I ever want to play with any of these?
Yeah.
I hate mono blue as a color, bro. Like, I try to make like a deck for every color.
I did too.
I made Talrand and it was boring, and like I wanted to do Mimark and like steal people's lands, but it was boring.
I tried to build the Mind Skinner, and there's not enough card support for
And
it.
it's terrible.
It's so bad.
Like I just think Mono Blue just has
The Mind Skinner would be a great 99, but like, please, Wizards.
Mono Blue has the
Give us-
worst
yeah.
commanders, bro.
Mono Blue
they're
definitely
either
needs
like
love.
they're either like stupid like Urza, or they're just like uninspired.
Yes, they have either no flavor to them or they're a god. Like there's like no in between. But because of the fact that there's only like 3 of them that are good, nah, Blue, you were staying in the D tier.
You are dog shit.
Well, that brings us to, of course, the B that everyone also adores. We have Mono Black. I think Mono Black as a deck like itself, I think it's also a D.
No. I think Mono Black has some of the best commanders.
It does have really good commanders. I was thinking about, okay, I'll give it a B. I think
Nope.
B is a more
I
fair.
think it sits right with its opposite in A tier.
Ah, ahead or behind?
Either one.
Ah,
I think they're both really good.
we'll keep them in order. I can agree that it, like, I was saying it was down here because originally I thought of it like how I did with White. That it used to be bad. And then it's definitely gotten support and continued to just got nothing but better
He's got
cards.
so many good commanders now. Like, it's sort of ridiculous. Like,
Children.
Crick, Shieldred, you're an asshole. We have Rats, Turgrid, you're an asshole.
Yep.
Braids, Emotech, more Rats, Yawgmoth. We have the old and Wapti with Shizo's Caretaker. We got Tiny Bones. We got a Yara. We got Sir Conrad. We've got 2 flavors of Massacre Girl. Gix, another rat deck. Vito. We have multiple different zombie decks. Like, bro, like Black has so many cool commanders. And
You're
it
right.
keeps going.
Yeah, it didn't before. I'm not going to lie. It definitely does now. It is a harder mono deck to build.
I don't think so. I think it's relatively easy if you're like going like a theme. Like,
I don't think it's...
if I'm zombies, what am I gonna fill my deck with?
No, I know, but I'm saying I don't think it's as go burr as White is.
No, I think it's
You think it's pretty easy to build into?
easy.
All right, you heard it here first.
All right,
folks.
bro. Like,
I'm just kidding.
if I suck at this game and I don't know what I'm doing, the worst thing that I could do is just like shove my deck full of removal.
yeah, you're
like
not
bro,
wrong.
like, hey, I have 20 creatures in 30 removal spells and lands. Like, how bad can your deck be?
Also, too, I am noticing that they got a good mana curve to them too. There's definitely some big boys in there, but Mercy are some of them really powerful. Yeah, and you're right.
And you can
have
do
good-
like some stupid shenanigans because life is your resource. We're in the color. Like, you could do like some stupid shenanigans.
You can do life gain. You can do tokens. You can do just sacrifice in general. You can do wheels. Like, it can technically do artifacts. It has like a lot of good tribes. You got rats and zombies. You have humans. Demons. It's got flying. It's got good enchantments and artifact support. It's got, of course, recursion tutors.
We got vampires.
Card draw. Like, it's okay. I see your A rating. And agreed. We have great commanders to pick from. None of them were slouches. So I'll give Black an A. Ooh. This one, I think. I'm going to see what your ranking is. How we feeling about Red?
I think Red is a solid B tier.
Oh, Honestly, I thought you were going to give it lower.
Red has really good commanders now. They didn't before, but they've given Red like a whole bunch of shenanigans. Red is, I think Red is the weakest color.
Yes. In general, yes.
Red as a monocolor does so much shenanigans.
You know, it's funny.
It is like the opposite of blue. I think blue
is
powerful.
powerful.
Probably like one of the, if not the strongest color, but the commanders are terrible.
Mono blue decks are weak, but blue colors added to your deck is incredible. I actually completely agree with you on this. Mono red decks perform like champions.
Mono red will just whomp you, bro. You'll just be dead.
You'll just die to them.
There's nothing you could do about it. We got 2 flavors of Slicer in here.
Yes.
We have all the artifact synergies. We have Burn has become a good, and I think that's the thing. Burn is like
it's
something
back.
You can do now.
It's back. Yeah, it's like red burn wins decks exist in Commander.
And then
again.
like red is the storm color.
Yes. Of course, all the Burgies live in red. And then on top of that too, red loves artifacts. It has goblins. It also has warriors, humans. You still have dragons. I mean, you still have a great amount of tribes.
You have exile synergies.
Yep. You have decent enough recursion. The only thing it suffers from is that you can't get rid of enchantments for the life of you. But outside of that, I mean, you got some big payoffs. You can go big. You can go wide. You can be a specialist. There's some weird kooky decks that work. It can be combos.
You could go equipment. Bro, red's good.
Red is good. Mono red is fun. I will say that as well.
Mono red is fun.
Mono red is very fun.
Like you give a beginner a mono red deck, they're either gonna have a terrible time because they didn't hit any land drops, or they had an awesome time.
For fun category, it's an S. For otherwise, it's a B.
But we already know who the S tier is.
Yes, we do. It does. It doesn't even require a conversation. We'll still talk, but no, green is, of course, Magic's strongest monocolor. You just can't compete with it. It's mono green just beat you to death. Decks are so easy to build. And what's crazy is they're just how good they are, even though they're so simple. It's just, it's unga bunga beatdown, and then it ramps its face off.
And then you're gonna draw a billion cards.
I know.
Because
it's perfect.
Either you have a lot of creatures.
Yep.
Or you're gonna draw a billion cards because you have a really big creature.
Yeah. You have an unkillable giant thing, or you have a bunch of little things. And then you get trample. You hate flyers. You absolutely despise artifacts and enchantments.
You get to do all this, but you are the worst removal color
in the game. You better hope your Brachios can fight them, because if it can't,
hey bro, those artifact and enchantments, get those shits the fuck out of here.
Oh, those
if they
are
have
gone.
A creature and your creature's not bigger than their creature, good luck.
Oh yeah, you just cry. That's all that happens. You cry.
You better top deck that beast within.
I mean, but just in general though, it is so powerful. It's just generically powerful. It's just good, and it's not expensive. You could build a mono green deck that's
super budget, bro,
and it's like $8.
You could throw some lint together and some forests, and then be like,
"This is a Baloth. It's a 4/3.
This is a Galta."
Oh my goodness! And the commander selection, you actually have really good commanders. You have mana commanders and power matters and elf ball and dinosaurs and oh my goodness, you do though. I mean, it's crazy. You have death touch and landfall.
You just put giant permanents into play with Kona.
Yeah. You can cheat. You can cheat stuff out. I mean, there's so many ways to play mono green, and then what's really great is all of it loves itself. Like, I don't know if you feel this, but like certain colors don't love themselves. Like they don't have like they care about their own cards as much. Green loves green, like wholeheartedly.
I feel like blue is like the opposite. Blue just like, this card is self-sufficient.
Yes. Green is like, we all support everything. Yeah. It's just, you can kind of do whatever you want with a green deck and it will do it. You can build a life gain enchantment token deck and it's mono green. Like, and you still have like powerhouse heavy hitters. It's crazy. I don't ever foresee mono green like losing its favor. I think it's integral. I think it's the big dumb strong one, and I think it will never lose that. And I think because of that, it will naturally be powerful forever.
The color I started with was mono green, and I was winning games, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. You just ramp and you just put a big dummy on the field. You don't have removal, but when there's a 8/8 trample big dummy coming at you, guess what? He is the removal because you're gonna have to block.
Also, too, it's just no matter how you look at it, the core of Magic is you're trying to get your lands out so you can play more things. You gotta draw more cards so you can play more things, and you need to have creatures. You need to have things on the board. Green will always give you creatures. You'll always have lands. You'll always get card draw. So it's like the bulk of the game, it puts you on easy street. So it's like you don't have to try. So it lets you do all these other fun things because you know you're going to have lands.
And then green has recursion for...
As if it needed it, right? Like as if... And it's good. Like it's good recursion. Like it's not one-sided or it's, finality counters and it's good recursion.
You know what I always thought was sort of funny? When you're trying to self-mill, and because I built the mono black self-milling deck, green is so much better.
It's so much better
at milling itself than black. Black is terrible. It is so bad.
Golgari takes the cake, but that's because it has green.
And then the reason why Simic is good is because both green and blue are just like, yeah, you put that in the graveyard. I don't care about it.
Mm-hmm. And both of them are like, I love card draw. And
that's why Simic is the greatest color.
It is. Shout out to the previous video. Simic is always the GOAT. I mean, I don't think you guys would have, might not disagree with this list. I think this one's pretty good.
It's funny how the C tier has nothing in it. It's just a void.
I'm just saying that there's something to be said.
That's how bad blue is. You have to segregate it from all the other colors.
Ew, don't touch me.
Ooh, he's going to counter our spells.
Oh, he smells like a pore. Guys, I love mono decks. I want to say this for the new Larrys that are getting into Magic or or trying to think about building a deck. Please do not feel like just because it doesn't have all the other colors that you can't have fun and do a lot of things. They are so powerful. Not ever having to think about your land base is so refreshing. Trust me, it is so nice to not have to try and be like, how much do I need and what am I doing? And just put forests. You'll be fine. Play hydras. Like play goblins. Put in mountains. You'll be fine. Like
play all the humans and none of their effects do anything together. They're just individually good humans.
Yep.
Play zombies because eventually at some point in time when somebody board swipes you, you're just gonna laugh at them.
Yep. You're just gonna win.
Play blue because you want other people to be upset and you're that type of player.
Once you've gotten better at the game and you want to try out control Magic, a mono blue deck is not bad. Just know that the power doesn't lie in your ability to beat them. Your power lies in controlling them.
Tempo. I think that's the reason why blue is, for me, is not a good mono color itself. It's because like it don't help you. Like it's just like, bro, like
You set the tempo of the game, but the downside is your advantage that you're creating never feels drastic.
Like, you really have to do, like, all the work. And then, like, green could just be like, shut up, bitch, you're dead.
Literally, plays single tsunami, destroy all islands, and you're like, oh.
Black could just be like, shut up, bitch, you're dead.
Yeah, like all the other colors either have a way to get around you, or just gonna beat you to death, or just overall just have more. They're just more efficient at the same job.
Blue is just like, hey, this is a long game. Like, fourth quarter.
Yeah, when everyone else is winded, the blue deck is like, finally, time to shine.
My time to shine. I'm about to kick so many field goals.
And then colorless, please, Wingding boys, we know.
I understand you love your tentacle monsters. I'm not saying that says something about you, but
there's so many things that, are left unsaid, better left unseen. And, giant censorship bars, multiple tentacles. You get the picture. That's all I think of with Wingdings. I'm not afraid of you guys. I'm so afraid.
Yeah, fight me in the comments. I keep saying this.
We love the interaction. We love talking with you guys. Honestly, we have some more exciting content coming out. And we hope that you guys have been, loving what we've been putting out. It's been a good year. It has been. Thank you, Larry's, for continuing to support us. I am the Vicious Scumbag.
And I am your honorable sensei. And together we are
Longturnlarry Podcast.
Bitches.